new numbers from the state. And Tilcom was on that. I don't know who else was on that, but tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I'll meet with Tilcom. So we have Peckham Construction for the milling of the road.
Okay.
That's state bid, county bid. So hopefully we have a lot of work to do before we actually start paving.
No, I know, it's just that
Okay.
this winter they're predicting,
Yes.
and, you know, that could be totally wrong.
Well, they predicted a lot of rain last night. And as the weather forecaster over
Right.
here said they were wrong because somebody's mouth was open. Whose mouth was open?
Yeah, well,
So we'll see. But I'm hoping to get at least Decker and a few, like, I think Smith Court was one of them. I think we looked at Smith Court.
And when is the public hearing for the zoning change?
October 16th?
Is that the first public hearing?
Public hearing zoning is October 16th.
October 16th.
That's the first public hearing? How many will there be?
Hopefully just one.
Oh, just one?
Hopefully.
Thank you.
Next.
Yeah, Terry Hughes. I had a couple items, but I think we'll start with stormwater management since that came up. You might want to check with central office, not the region, for a model law on stormwater. You also ought to realize that MS4 means this is the fourth round on the stormwater. There was heavy hitter 1, there was 2, 3, and 4. Heavy hitter 1, I don't know whether the salvage yard has one. I believe that was in the SIC code for number 1. Also auto repair shops, tank farms. I don't know if there's a tank farm anymore, but Virginia used to have a tank farm. There are a whole number of auto repair shops that are also covered. They're all required to have their own. So you ought to be checking on those. I don't know whether the Brotherhood Winery does. I don't know whether wine SIC code is. But auto repair shops, car washes, salvage yards, auto repair shops, all required to have stormwater permits. Now, you can either do an individual permit, which nobody wants to do and the DEC doesn't want you to do, but you can also just sign up by notice, and then you get basically a permit along with, you know, a recipe of BMPs, you know, best management practices and so forth. So when you're talking about MS4, I would think that obviously there are a lot of MS4 communities in the area. Probably the region doesn't have what you need, but central office, the Division of Water, would probably have model laws, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel and pay a lot of money to come out with a, you know, model law, and you'll probably ought to find out exactly what's required. I mean, normally they want to know where all the outfalls are and all that other stuff. So that you can do. You can actually do it by having volunteers do it if people are really interested in that type of stuff, rather than hiring a contractor to go around on it. The Muna Coalition possibly would help you on that, and if you really needed like basically sampling units on the Muna, you could do that also. Also, I didn't know about Sean Hannity, but you do know that the Newcastle Lake is actually a DEC wetland, and you're not allowed to put anything within 100 feet of it. And I walk around there, I see a lot of things that are within 100 feet of it. Put any type of building or anything like that, you need a permit. So I don't know whether this property is related to the wetland or not.
No, it's
No,
not.
No, okay, I answered
I
that
said
question,
that
okay.
far, but it's good to know about the 100 feet.
Yeah, it's basically, the DEC wetland is different from the federal. I mean, obviously, all DEC wetlands are federal wetlands, but it needs it needs a hectare, or 12.4 acres. Speaking of sidewalks, for the last 4 years, I've put in basically a report. The contractor for O&R, when they did the electrical unit between our properties, because it floods, you know, that's why I got the money from FEMA, they basically put a drain underneath the sidewalk, and so what's happening is the sidewalk's eating away. And basically, it's going to cost you like anything else, it's like a car, you don't repair it. All you got to do is lift the silly thing and put a large number of gravel in there. I put it for the last 4 years, I put it in, nothing's really happened on that. My other complaints are basically, it's almost autumn again. As I indicated to the mayor, I think if you're really looking to save money, you ought to look at, you can do so legally. You have to, basically as a term used, you basically have to edge it in, but require people to have mulching mowers so you're not picking up leaves all the time. Scientifically, that's the way to go, but this board hasn't been big on science. So the other option is,
I think a mulching mower would probably not.
pardon me?
The amount of leaves wouldn't be handled by a mulching mower.
Well, you
mulching
can
mower.
have 4 horsepower, you can do.
Yeah,
the
well,
engineering.
I mean, it could, the size of the mower, yeah, it could chop them, but the amount of leaves, it would be too much mulch.
Well, I mean, the long and short is basically it mulches onto the lawn, and you don't wait till all the leaves come down, you mow your lawn. But anyway, the other option I was gonna say, because I think that one is probably not gonna go through, but since the DPW spends a lot of time picking up bags, maybe you ought to look at asking people to get off their butts and bring the bags down to a central location, so we don't have the DPW going around all the time picking them up. I mean, we're looking at, what, a 1.5 square mile village, for God's sake, so we're not talking about driving to Utah to drop them off. The other issue I have is, I think, I've always had the problem, the people across the street never put their leaves in a bag, they have a big oak tree, they blow it all over my property. And at some point, I complained about that, I will say the mayor gave me a whole number of bags, but I'm 75, I'm not going to be raking up, oak leaves when I have no oaks on my property. And then the other items, basically, people blow their, use those Guatemalan trumpets to blow all their grass into the road.
We'll just go with the.
Pardon me?
We'll just go lawnmowers, or blowers. We
Excuse me?
need to characterize.
Oh, whatever, that's the term we use in Suffolk. Okay, basically the
We're not in
blowers.
Suffolk anymore.
Huh?
We're not in
Yeah, I
Suffolk.
know. The blowers, though, the blowers are basically not only that, but you have a law indicating you're not supposed to go over 90 dB, which according to OSHA is immediate damage to your hearing. Speaking of which, I can't hear you people. Maybe you ought to put microphones when you're doing this. But as far as I know, nobody's got a audiometer on the A scale to determine, because these blowers come in, I'm home all the time, I don't work. So long and short, as I hear these things, unfortunately, I buy earmuffs, but that's not really a good solution. What you ought to be able to require that they actually meet the requirement of 90 dB, because there are blowers out there that are less than 90 dB. People don't seem to use them, but that's what it is. And, as far as, I'm tired of picking the grass off the road, because basically the road, as you're probably aware, has an edge on one side where the asphalt basically expands and contracts. And people just blow, and what happens is when you blow it out, you blow the seeds down. That's the way things go. The other item I think you ought to look at as far as doing comprehensive zoning is people. Pardon me?
I'm sorry, you give a 3-minute time and you way exceeded that, so thank you for your comments.
I can't hear you.
You get 3 minutes to make your comments and you've greatly exceeded the 3 minutes, so thank you for your comments.
But I was adding the stormwater to my comments. So,
Any other comments from anyone?
A question, just looking for the board's opinion on the green area that butts up to somebody else's property. Just looking to see how you interpret it. As you know, I'm also interested in that same area, the green area. I don't know if there's a policy in effect. I saw one many years ago. I don't know if that's still the way it is, or can I apply also like Mr. Haggerty? I understand it's not 100, it's not going to my property, but I was interested in a property many years ago too, and was told I couldn't. So is anything changed, or can I still apply for that property?
I think one of the problems, I'm not
Your
saying.
particular situation,
What's that?
his particular one.
His
because,
particular, is, and I could be wrong, but Newcastle has its own land, meets and bounds. But according to Mr. Haggerty, further down, if you're looking at his house to the left, they have jutted onto Woodcastle. All right, so if that was the case then, I can't see why that can't be the case now.
Can somebody buy a green area that isn't near their house?
That's
That's a
a
good question.
That's a good.
If
that's
I
a
wanted
good
to buy a
question.
green area behind your house, can I buy it?
I don't know. How would you get to it?
Decker Drive,
Yeah.
that property that's overgrown now.
That property was offered actually, the county sent myself and I think 2 of my neighbors to purchase that property. But it was purchased not by any of us. It was purchased by somebody out of New Jersey, and they walked away from it. I don't know, that's a
So it was
good
purchased by
question.
somebody from New Jersey?
Yeah,
So it sounds like somebody who doesn't have property there could purchase
Yeah.
property?
yeah,
So,
because it became the county property.
Actually, I
county
think
was
I've seen
able-
that on auction.
Yeah.
well, that became county because somebody bought it and it went to default?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the thing is I'm aware of, I believe I'm aware of certain properties that were given, or possibility going to be given to somebody that didn't live there. So the question I had was, you might not know the answer, but could I buy property on Decker, small parcel green area?
I can't see what happened.
So what would make the
We'll
difference?
check with Will.
Yeah, that's all.
We'll definitely find out.
Good point. Thank you.
Yes.
Ed Weber, 26 Patricia Lane. What's the story with this house across from the bank over here? Looks like it's abandoned or whatever, there's a ladder going up the front of it, it's been like that for a year.
It's not abandoned, to my knowledge.
It's the worst looking piece of property on 94.
It's not abandoned.
There's nobody living there, somebody living there? You gotta be kidding me, or you kidding them?
What can we do?
Well, we did have to make it for request.
We did.
Thank you.
Yes.
One more quick, sorry. We're hiring laborers. I saw, I believe, an advertisement for hiring laborers for the village. Usually we hire for the summer. When the winter, are we doing something?
We were hiring an MEO
MEO.
for the sweeper.
Okay, all right. I thought it was just laborers. I might have misread it. Okay, I thought maybe we were building something
Not
or
for the anymore later.
doing something. Okay, all right. Thank you.
You doing anything?
It's
that
full-time.
you might wanna-
I'm not interested. No, I'm not saying that.
Sure.
I have enough jobs. Thank you.
You'd have the cleanest street in the neighborhood.
I sweep the sidewalk in the middle of the village almost every day.
No, that's not true.
I try to keep it as clean as I can.
We could still have it, yes.
Okay. It's not on here, but I'd like to go to executive session. Personnel issue. Any other comments? Okay.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to go to executive session.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Good night.
Maureen, I will check on that.
Thank you.